What's your level of commitment? Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel by clicking that little bell below. That way when I come online, you won't miss out. So, what's your level of commitment? I found over the years that most people, regardless of what they do, what decisions they make, what moves they make in life, they always got one foot in and one foot out. There's always that plan B. I'll just give it a shot. I'll see what it do. Or most people are never really all in. I've learned this over the past 20 years. Most people I meet, it's rare today that I meet somebody when they decide to do anything. Opportunity, a job, a relationship, they're never really all in. It's always some type of conditions. If this continues to happen, okay, I'm good. If things start to slack off a bit, or some natural disaster come about, they always got an exit plan. Almost always. This is why I say most people, they truly don't know what commitment looks like. Most people don't really know. See, a lot of people look at my videos, just like you are right now, and they think if they keep looking at all the videos, that somehow this is going to have them well off in the future. They really think that most people are going to can give away everything in a video in 10-15 minutes. That's impossible. Now, even if we were able to do it with how YouTube is, they would pull the video down. If I really got real with you here on this platform and told you how things really work out here, they would pull the video down. They don't want certain things to get out to the public. So, I'm not saying you shouldn't watch my videos. You should. Just take this info and run with it. And add on what you can and run with it. But don't get it twisted. Don't think that free information is going to equate to your success. No. I just never seen it work that way. I don't know about you, man, but I would say about 15 years ago, I was in a hole. I was in a place where I just didn't like my life. I didn't like how things were going. And I was willing to do anything that it took to get out of that. I couldn't live that life no more. I could not stand not having options to do whatever I wanted to do. I still remember 15 years ago how I felt when I was working that job that I had, and I had to go there and put up with nonsense. I had to go there and basically be abused. That's basically, when you see these people kissing ass at these jobs and being mistreated, that's abuse, bro. And verbally abused, sometimes physical. that's abuse. So I had to go there thinking that, man, if I lost a job, man, how I'm gonna pay rent? How I'm gonna make my car payment? That's a very stressful way to live. When it's time to take a vacation, they don't want you to take a vacation. They really don't. At most of these jobs. So now you don't want to go too hard in the office because your days might be numbered. Because if you piss the right person off, the supervisor, the manager, they get you up out of there. They start writing you up, picking on you, and then you 1 write up, 2 write up, 3 write up in 90 days. You get called in the office, you could be gone. So that's a very stressful way to live. You have one income. That's a very stressful way to live, man. A lot of these jobs with so much racial politics. Like, come on, I can't keep doing this. I ain't gonna make it to 65 doing this. I ain't gonna make it to 60 doing this. I don't even know if I make it to 50 doing this. At this rate, this is how I was thinking at the time. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. You know, this is, I was thinking, this is 2002. I remember this. I was like, yo, I can't. I'm gonna have to make a transition some way, somehow. I'm gonna have to figure this out. So I was willing to do whatever it took, man. I don't care if I had to pay somebody to teach me, whatever. I don't care if I had to get on a plane and go to a conference. I don't care if it was $500, $1,000, $2,000. I was willing to do whatever. I was willing to pay the cost to be the boss. That's why I wrote my book, Boss Life Secret. That's why I named it that. Because I paid the cost to be the boss. You're gonna have to do that to get your freedom. You're gonna have to buy your freedom. You're gonna have to do whatever it takes. You have to fight for your freedom. You have to fight anything that's worth having. You're gonna have to fight for it. See, I didn't understand this when I was in my 20s. I thought everything was you could negotiate with everything. No, you can't negotiate with everything. No. Sometimes some people have to feel like they're being forced to do it. Mentally. And maybe physically. Depending on how far you willing to take it. But mentally they have to feel like they don't have a choice. Just like you have to feel like you don't have a choice. Just like I felt like I didn't have a choice 15 years ago. Because I didn't want that life. I wanted to have options. The more options you have, the more life you can experience. You're not stressed all the time like I used to be back in the day. Like today, I'm like hardly ever stressed about anything. 15 years ago, I was stressed every day. Every day. You know? So I don't know, what's your level of commitment? I mean, if you make the commitment, you figure out how you're going to achieve whatever it is later. The right people will show up. The money will show up. The opportunities will show up, etc. That's how it works. You don't have to know everything in the beginning. That's the mistake that a lot of people make. That's the mistake that I was making. I thought I had to figure out everything in the beginning. No, it doesn't work that way. You're never going to have all the answers in the beginning. It doesn't work that way. Don't let money stop you from doing whatever you want to do. Figure it out. That's what all great people do. That's what all high performance achievers do. Figure it out. Adapt. Get uncomfortable. Get used to being uncomfortable. No fear. Live fearless. That's the only way to live. You can't live in fear. You can't be afraid of a virus. I mean, if you're afraid of a virus, well, what about the diseases out here? You got all kinds of diseases out here. How come you're not afraid of diseases out here, but you're afraid of a virus? I don't understand that. I don't understand people. You're afraid of a virus, but you're not afraid of being a diabetic, getting cancer, lupus, and some diseases I don't even know. I just don't understand. Now they tell you practice social distancing or whatever. It's okay to go to the store, but it's not okay to go to work. So it's safer to go to the store, but not safe to go to work. It's okay to go to the restaurant, but it's not okay to go to the job. I don't know. I just don't understand. You know. See, my relationships today wasn't like it was 15 years ago. My relationship today is like a dream. 15 years ago, they were horrible. I was around the wrong people. You're only as strong as the people that you have around you. If the people you have are, they don't have good integrity, they don't really have your back, they don't have your best interest, or vice versa, well, you really have you're not gonna really have nothing, no foundation. In times like this, especially, because times like these expose people that you really have around you. This is why the divorce rate has spiked. It's off the charts now. People can't get a divorce in most states because everything's shut down, but these divorce attorneys are laughing all the way to the bank. If they can get it, if the bank is open, they're laughing all the way to the bank. They can still cash a check at the ATM. The bank don't have to be open for that. But commit first, then figure out the things as you go. Act as if and go as though. That's what some people always say. If whatever you want, you have to fight for, man. You have to fight for your relationship. You have to fight for your freedom. You have to fight for anything that's worth having. That's what commitment looks like. Commitment looks like, hey, I'm on this treadmill and I'm working out and you beside me and we're competing against each other. We're going to see who can last long on the treadmill. You're not going to outwork me. You're not going to outwork me. We'll be running all day side by side, but you're not going to outwork me. I'll die on the treadmill, but you're not going to outwork me. And I take this same approach. I take the military approach when it comes to almost any facet of my life. And sometimes that might be radical to some people, and I get that, I understand. Because everybody didn't go in the military. But, anything that I accomplish, I know before I get started, I'm going to have to get past the smoke before I get to the truth. And I'm not going to quit. I know that. And if I stay in the game long enough, I'm going to win. I'm going to have success. I don't know how much success, I don't know how long it's going to take, but eventually it's going to pop off because it has to. Because I'm going to push through and I'm going to always keep moving forward regardless. Doesn't matter what is happening. Doesn't matter what's going on outside in the world. You know, doesn't matter what's on the news. Doesn't matter what somebody says. Doesn't matter what somebody thinks. I don't really care what nobody thinks. I'm not looking for no validation from anybody else. I already know who I am. But I'm going to win. I'm going to be successful in whatever it is. Now, some people might say, well, how do you know you're going to be successful in whatever it is? Because I don't quit. Only way you can fail is if you quit. I'm not going to quit. You know why? Because I'm committed for the long term. That's my level of commitment. I'm going to do whatever it takes, humanly possible. I'm not killing nobody, but I'm going to do whatever it takes. And I know most people are not on it like that. Most people just give it a shot, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. At best, most people, once things get uncomfortable, they're going to be looking to get up out of there. That's most people. That's why most people, they start, quit. They'll start working out in January. By March, they're not going no more. They're not going to the gym no more. That happens every year. It's been happening for, I don't even know how long. The gym membership shoot up in January. New year. By March, goes back down to the regulars. They up in there. A few of those people stick around. Most of those new people, they're gone. You know, pretty common. You know, you can almost predict what most people are gonna do. You can almost predict what most people are gonna do if you live long enough. You know. So hey, only way you fail is if you quit. And I don't take L's. Anything I start, I finish. So I would highly recommend you do the same thing. Take on that lack of commitment in any facet of your life. You know. So hey, like this video, share this video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.